us is me. So happy Pride Month, people. Wingle. So just sit back and learn. I'm not really commentating much. You might hear a couple wheels, but other than that, that's about it. Words, sis.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sheldon Cooper, and welcome to the premiere episode of Sheldon Cooper Presents Fun with Flags.
Welcome to PBR's Fun with Flags. Welcome everyone to Powered and Protected by Rainbows. I am of course your host, Matt Haslam. And before we jump into our episode, first off, don't forget to like this video, comment down below your LGBTQ-friendly thoughts, and hit that rainbow subscribe button so you don't miss out on new episodes of Season 3. Anyway, on to our episode. If you're going to a Pride event, an LGBTQ neighborhood, or even just a walk around town, you might see tons of different Pride flags this Pride Month. And while these Pride flags are the community's way to show off who we are and who we love, they are also our way to celebrate our journey. So it's best to know what they all look like and at least a little about what they all mean, so you don't offend anyone. In a previous episode, we already covered some of these, but that was a year ago, and our fans took to the comment section to let us know all of the Pride flags we missed. So this episode now includes all of them and more. We also already covered the gay flagging and handkerchief code, so after this episode is over, go check that out in the description of the video. But with 94 Pride flags to...
I'm looking for something really different to do for Pride Month, but on the 27th is Happy Me. So I got things.
And then depending on how big you want them.
Well, if we make a 94 of them, they're not gonna be that big. We know.
Then yeah.
Let's jump right into it. The original LGBTQ Pride flag consisted of 8 colors. It was designed in 1978 by Gilbert Baker for the San Francisco Gay Freedom Day celebration as a symbol of hope and liberation. In 1979, the pink stripe was removed for a reported lack of fabric at the time, and soon after, the light blue stripe was removed as well, to the current version representing 6 colors. These 6 colors represent life, healing, sunlight, nature, serenity, and spirit. This flag is the most common you'll see around the world, representing our community, and it represents all members of the LGBTQ+. All other Pride flags to come in this episode represent groups of people in the LGBTQ. Second on our list is the Progress Pride flag, which represents our community's need for progress in our society. It includes the LGBTQ Rainbow Pride flag and parts of the Transgender Pride flag in the shape of a chevron, indicating both our need for more progress in gaining equality and representing the progress we have already made. Next, I want to go through the LGBTQ acronym itself. First up is the Lesbian Pride flag, which represents a woman who is attracted to other women. Next is the Gay Pride flag. While many in our community use the 6-striped rainbow LGBTQ flag to describe gay people, the true Gay Men Pride flag looks very different. This flag represents males who are attracted to other males. Now, I would like to also note that the standard 6-striped rainbow flag does represent all lesbian and gay people, but the lesbian and gay group flags are individually different. Next is the Bisexual Pride flag, which represents those who are romantically or sexually attracted to both men and women. They are not exclusively attracted to one particular gender or another. The Transgender Pride flag represents those who have a gender identity or gender expression that differs from their sex assigned at birth. A transgender male is someone who was born a female, but their gender identity or gender expression is that of a man. And similarly, a transgender female is someone who was born a male, and their gender identity or gender expression is that of a female. And for the record, rather than calling someone a transgender male or female, it is imperative you simply address them by their gender, instead of mentioning the transgender part first, because a trans male is just a man, and a trans female is just a woman. It's as simple as that. Next up is the Queer Pride flag, representing those who fall under the umbrella term queer. This term is used for sexual and gender minorities who are either not heterosexual or not cisgender. Next is the questioning pride flag, which represents those in the process of exploring or are concerned about applying a social label to their sexual orientation, sexual identity, gender, or all three. Finally, in the category of the acronym, the pansexual pride flag represents those who are sexually, romantically, or emotionally attracted towards people regardless of their sex or gender identity. Those who fly this pride flag may commonly refer to themselves as gender blind, meaning that gender and sex are not determining factors in their attraction to others. Next up is the category of sexualities, and first on our list in alphabetical order is the Achillean pride flag. This flag is used to represent a man or a masculine-aligned person who is attracted to other men or men-aligned people. Next is the agiosexual pride flag, and this flag is for those who feel a disconnection between oneself and a sexual target. This may involve fantasies in response to erotica, but lacking any desire to be a participant of the activity. A combination of pride flags is the androphilia pride flag and the genephilia pride flag. Both of these terms, androphilia and genephilia, are used to identify a person's object of attraction without attributing a sex assignment or gender identity to the person. For those with the androphilia pride flag, it represents a sexual attraction to men or masculinity, whereas genephilia pride flags are used to represent a sexual attraction to women or femininity. Next up is the aromantic pride flag, which represents those who experience little to no romantic attraction to others. Those who fly this pride flag are usually the opposite of alloromantic people, who have an emotional need to be in a romantic relationship. Aromantic people are often satisfied with friendships and other non-romantic relationships. They can still be sexually attracted to others and have sexual relationships, but the emotional side isn't typically present. Next is the asexual pride flag, which represents those with a low or absent interest in or desire for sexual activity. They can still want a romantic and emotional relationship with others, and they can still want friendships, but the sexual and physical side to the relationship isn't present. Moving on now to the demi-romantic pride flag, and this flag denotes those who only experience a romantic attraction to someone after developing an emotional connection first. The term demi comes from the orientation being halfway between sexual and asexual. The counterpart to demi-romantic is called demisexual, and this pride flag represents those who do not experience sexual attraction to another person until an emotional connection with that person is already in place. Next is the diamoric pride flag, which represents those who are attracted to non-binary members of the LGBTQ. Next up is the gray sexual pride flag, which represents those who experience limited sexual attraction to others. They experience sexual attraction on a rare basis or with low intensity. Next, the heteroflexible pride flag is for those whose sexual orientation is mostly heterosexual and straight. People who fly this flag characterize themselves as having minimal or situational homosexual activities or relationships in an otherwise straight lifestyle. Contrary to this is the homoflexible pride flag, which describes those whose sexual orientation is mostly homosexual and gay. These people characterize themselves as having minimal or situational heterosexual or straight activities or relationships in an otherwise gay lifestyle.
Here's $100,000. Wait, I can give you this 100 grand, or I can teach you how to make this every single month. You see, this is exactly what I made in my business from one income.
Both of these could be characterized under bisexuality, but these pride flags are mostly to describe someone who leans more heavily towards one side of the sexuality spectrum. Moving